So this was the last diagram. So now the question is, everybody wanted to make a network. So when the first networking, technology was found, people had two issues. Then the number one issue is they were using same IP addresses in both the places. That should be avoided. Point number one. And number two, there is every chance everybody is using same name. Now what the American government has told is, when you create a network of computers, you are actually creating a group of computers in something called as a domain. Even see, we usually say, I mean generally while we talk, अरे आप कौन सा डोमेन पे काम कर रहा? मैं जावा पे हूँ. अच्छा, आप मैं पाइथन पे हूँ. So people have a habit of calling it as a domain. Domain is group of similar objects. Then American government said, okay, we'll do something. Whenever you are creating a network, okay, now they said initially you give a name. So names are like IBM and Red Hat. That was the initial flat names what they thought they'll give. Again, actually, really, it was a problem with IBM. Then IBM went back to government and said, "Sir, you told us that we can network a group of computers. Each computer will have a name. They have an IP address, and we call it as IBM. Sir, we have branches, three branches." Then the American government said, "Okay, IBM 1, IBM 2, IBM 3." They said, "No, we don't want like that. We want to call it as IBM.com. We don't want to give different names." Then American government said, okay, then let us propose something. That was when they created this structure for the first time. And another point is, now IBM said, okay, sir, we name our domain as IBM.com, and we have server 1, server 2, server 3, server 4. This will be server 1 dot IBM.com, server 2 dot IBM.com, server 3 dot IBM.com, server 4.ibm.com. What if somebody else in the world creates IBM.com? Then the American government was really thinking. By early 80s, they researched and they have come to an understanding that name should be legal. Before somebody can use a name, they should register somewhere. Then they created this hierarchy. While this is interesting, it would actually create a lot of confusion for you. But hold on the confusion, that is okay. The first domain they created is dot domain. Domain need not be IBM.com, IBM.net, IBM.co, IBM.in. Domain can be anything. So what they have done is they have created a domain called dot domain. So that was the first domain that was created. Listen fully, you will understand. At the moment, it is too early to understand, but listen this fully. So the first domain is dot domain. Under dot, they created multiple domains. They created com, they created net, they created org, they created mill, They created Go. These are the crazy domains what they created initially. Then what they said is, at every domain, we will keep a server. That server is responsible like this. There is a server here. Now I'm going to explain for only one. You can visualize for remaining. Now somebody like IBM goes and says, okay, I wanted to purchase IBM.com. Then what they do is, all these things were in the control of IANA. So IANA was the sole governing body that was there in America and that was there in California. Now, if somebody wanted to purchase a domain, they have to go to IANA and request those. They have to submit a request basically. So they have to personally go to IANA, fill a form. Sir, we wanted to purchase a domain. Then they will ask you a question, what domain do you want to purchase? Say, I said I want to purchase IBM.com. Then what they do is, they say, okay, IBM.com belongs to you. Okay, so you are responsible for all the computers in IBM.com. Yes, sir, I am responsible for all the IBM will sign a bond. Then they will ask IBM, show me two computers that are responsible for names. So IBM should invest in two computers. So IBM should have to show them two servers. And IBM is now created. So IBM is created under COM, first of all. And the second point, what IBM should do is, they should create two servers. In all the two servers, they have to install a software called DNS. So they have created a software called Bind, B-I-N-D, Bind. Bind means Berkeley. This was created at the University of California, Berkeley. Berkeley is a city in America, California. Berkeley Internet Name Domain. Bind stands for Berkeley Internet Name Domain. So they have created the first software called Bind One, alias DNS, Domain Name System. Now I'll tell you what exactly this is going to do. And these two computers should have some IP addresses. I know it's everything too strange for you, but you have to live with that. So one computer was named 20.0.0.1. This is the IP address of this computer. And the other computer was having similarly 20.0.0.2. So these are the two computers first IBM has to create. And IBM has to intimate come, hello sir, we have two computers and one computer name is NS1, means name server 1. The other computer name is NS2, that is name server 2. So we have created as per your documentation plan. So any company has to create this NS1, NS2. Now these days four are mandatory. Those days two are mandatory. So what IBM will do is they will create two Linux systems. In both the Linux servers, they will install a software called Bind. In those days, it was version 1. And these servers will act as DNS servers. Now, I will understand what is DNS shortly. And in both the servers, they maintain a file called as DNS file. Now, what happens is, suppose IBM want to host a website. So the name of the computer is, so IBM will actually create the server somewhere. So IBM will actually create the server somewhere. They will host it somewhere, and they will call that computer as www. And they will write here www is a computer that has an IP address 20.0.0.8. They will create a file in both the computers. That file is called DNS zone file. That file is called zone file. That file contains all the computer names and IP addresses. Now, IBM want to create another server. That server is blog. So they will call it as blog. The name of the computer is blog, and they will use some IP address. IBM want to create another server, that is drive. Now, what happens is IBM, first of all, has created two servers called NS1, NS2 with these IP addresses, right? And in both the computers, IBM has installed a software called Bind version 1. That software will create a file called zone file. In both the computers, there will be the same file. If you make changes in this computer, that is replicated here, and that means both the computers are in sync with each other. Both have the same file name called as zone file. If you create a server called drive, suppose you connect to this server and update the zone file, automatically this server is replicating the same file here. So the same file you have in both the places. For your understanding, I'm just putting the file like this. So both have the same file name. Both have the same file, and that file contains same data. So you connect to the, suppose drive IP address has changed. IBM decided they will give a new IP address. From 100, it changed to 203. If you connect here and change immediately, that is replicated to the other computer. The files are in sync. Then, now COM also maintains, on the COM also they will install same software called bind. Now he also maintains a small file, same file. And what he will write in that file is like this. If somebody wanted to go to IBM, contact the server 20.0.1 or 20.0.0.2. That is these servers. Similarly, somebody wanted to register Microsoft.com. When they wanted to register Microsoft.com, COM will put a condition. Bhai Saab, you have to maintain 2 servers. Are you okay with that? They will say, okay, we'll maintain 2 servers. So Microsoft.com also should have to purchase the same servers. Same with them. But these servers might be having different IP addresses. And here in this server, which is nothing but then these are called name servers, which maintains a file that contains names and IP addresses. So this is a name server. Any server where BIND bind software is installed is called as a name server. So the moment Microsoft comes and says, sir, we want to register, they will say, okay. Then they call you as Microsoft.com. For simplicity, I'm calling MSFT. And here they will write an entry. MSFT information can be available with and here also they are going to create a file. On both these servers, they are going to create a file that will tell information about Microsoft.com. Maybe it is numbers, IP addresses might change. So this will be blog.microsoft.com. And this is, say, drive onedrive.microsoft.com. I'm just trying to give you some idea. So everyone has to maintain their own records. These are called record. Each line is called as a record. RECORD, record. Now, at COM, you have this information. Now, somebody in their browser, they type like this. Somebody wanted to browse IBM.com. So somebody somewhere in the world, they will type in the browser www.ibm.com. Now, what you do not know is you only type like this, but your browser will add a dot to it. Not many people is aware of it. You think you are just typing www.ibm.com. No. When you type www.ibm.com, your browser is going to add www. When you just type www.ibm.com, your browser is going to add a dot to it. And browsers always read from right to left. Computers don't read from left to right. Like Arabic and Urdu, they read from right to left for your kind information. So your browser now has to reach a server that is hosting this website. Now the question is, when you type www.ibm.com, the meaning is the website address is www.ibm.com. So that is the name of the website. The meaning is that is the name of the website. Or people are call it as URL. Or people also call it as URI. Or people call it as website address. There are many ways you can call it. So ultimately, that's the website name. The full, the full part is website name. That website is hosted on a web server. The name of the web server is www. In a domain, the name of the domain is, your guess is correct, ibm.com. That is how you have to interpret. When you type www.ibm.com, that means you are actually wanting to go to a web server called www in a domain called ibm.com. This is where the website is hosted. Did you understand? So when in your Chrome you type www.ibm.com, Chrome will add a dot, and every computer knows what is the address of dot. Dot also has an address. So these are called root level DNS servers. And these are these servers. There will be multiple servers. Here, these servers will be multiple servers. One server is this, and this is the IP address that is hosted by a third party company called VeriSign. The second server at this level, at root level, this is called root. So at root level, they will host multiple servers. If one server is down, there are other servers. These are root servers. This is hosted by Cogent. This is by University of Maryland. This is by NASA. This is by ISC, the people who created the DNS software. Then this is hosted by NIC, US Department of Defense. This is by US Army, NetNode. This is hosted by RIPE. RIPE is again American uh, department. And this is wide. There was a server in Japan which they removed. Every computer comes with this in your computer hidden. Your computer knows the name and address of these computers. So when you type www.ibm.com, the browser will add a dot and looks from right side. It will first contact dot server. So your browser will contact this server because your browser knows who that server is. All these addresses are in your computers. It will try to contact the first server. If it is not responding, it will contact second server. It will contact any of, but it is random, not necessarily every time it contacts this server only. Next time it might be contacting these servers. These are 13 servers, if I remember. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. It will contact any of the 13 servers. Imagine it contacted one server and says, Are Bhaiya, can you help me? Yes, bro, tell me what I can help you. I want to access a computer called www.ibm.com. Can you help me? I don't know anything about www. I also don't know anything about IBM, but I know about com. If you want to know information about any domain that is registered under com, access this server. So this is the DNS server that is maintained by these people. And com servers will have, it itself will have some IP address. So what the dot server says is, boss, if you want to know anything about com, reach this server. He knows everything about com, and he is registered under me. Under me, he is registered. So com is registered under me. So your browser will go to this IP address. That means this server. Are Anna, can you help me with the IP address of www.ibm.com? He says, boss, I know some information about IBM.com, but I don't know anything about www. If you wanted to know about www of IBM, it will see in the record, contact any of these two servers. Then your Chrome will contact any of these servers because that is what com told. Then your Chrome finally will contact these servers and will ask a question. Can you give me the IP address of www.ibm.com? Then these two servers, one of them will receive the request. They will look, yeah, 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 I know. You want to know about ibm.com, right? So we are maintaining the details in a file. That file name is IBM. That file name contains every information about IBM.com, and www IP address is 20.0.0.8. Then finally, your Chrome will contact this server. Are Anna, can you give me this website www.ibm.com? See how many stages? It will first contact dot. Dot will redirect to the com DNS server. Com DNS server knows IBM is available here. So he will redirect you to IBM DNS server because he is maintaining these details. Then your computer will go to these servers and they will tell you www is nothing but whatever IP address. And finally, this goes and communicates. You get the IP address. Same thing with Microsoft. So any company that wanted to register under as .com should go to IANA, submit a request. Then IANA will ask you, do you have money to maintain two DNS servers? If you have money, then only we will sell you. Then definitely these people will create two servers and their ISP, whatever, Act Corp or SIFI or GeoFiber, these guys will give the IP addresses. Whoever gives you internet can give you IP address. Anybody who wanted to register under COM, they have to go to IANA, that is in California. Then they said, sir, who will come to California every time? Yes or no? Who will come to California every time? Sir, I am a startup in India and we are just starting up a company with 30 lakhs investment. बहुत मुश्किल से वो पैसा जुगाड़े. Now, if you want me to come to America and file the request, I cannot. Sir, I want to register myself under COM, and the company I want to register is, sir, actually, Infosys.com. We want to register a company called Infosys.com, sir. So, should I have to come all the way to America? Is the question. I want to purchase a Hyundai car, and Hyundai cars are made in Chennai. Will I go to Chennai? I'm in a village in Telangana. I'm in a village called Karimnagar in Telangana. Will I purchase my Hyundai Creta car in Karimnagar or will I go to Chennai? Huh?
Karimnagar.
Okay.
Branches.
Somebody got a fever. Yes, somebody got fever. They wanted to buy Dolo. Will they go to Uttarakhand to buy Dolo to Uttarakhand Dolo factory or will they buy in any medical shop?
Medical shop.
Same concept here. Then they said, okay, we will appoint some distributors. You need not come all the way. Such distributors are name.com. So if you want, today you can also become distributor. So GoDaddy is a distributor. You can purchase your domains with them. Namecheap.com is a distributor. Name.com is a distributor. BigRock is a distributor. These are all distributors. Now, how do you know how many distributors are there? So you find in Google COM domain accreditor. Accredited means the persons who are given power, registrars. Hostinger, everybody. So you go to list of accredited registrars. Okay. So this is the list. These people, all these people, these are all the registrars. This is in Russia, and you can find everybody here. You can find a name.com here. Can you see? You can find a Namecheap. You can find GoDaddy. You can know if the distributor is original or Coimbatore. If he is duplicate, if he's Coimbatore is famous for duplicates. I'm just telling Coimbatore means duplicate. In movies also they say we buy something carry original or Coimbatore. You can have the full details here. These are all under ICANN. And ICANN is again under IANA. You need not worry about the full form of ICANN. Internet Corporation for Assigned Names and Numbers. And they are in Los Angeles. And ICANN again controls Internet Assigned Naming Authority, IANA, Numbers Authority. Now, these people control the whole damn thing. Now, what I can do is I go to one of them. So I need not go all the way until Los Angeles to purchase it. So yeah, somehow I don't like GoDaddy, but that's okay. They are like Maruti car. They will show you they have everything. When it comes to service, sometimes they really but these days they are okay. GoDaddy is good. Maruti also tells everything, right? Our car is this, you have everything. So Maruti car in 8 lakhs they will give you automatic gear and everything. The cheapest car available in the world with all the features is Maruti. Same thing. They give you all this. If you go to GoDaddy, they say what 1 rupee for first year. Cheap, right? Yes or no? Your domain is
Yes.
1 rupee, but they will put a fitting. What is the fitting you have to purchase for 3 years, and remaining 2 years they will they will charge it 1299. Fitting masters. One of the best is name.com. No fuss, no hassles, no cheating. बस अब हम कुछ डिस्काउंट देते बोलते दे देंगे. That's it. One of the best in the world. Rock solid, stable. Whatever you say, I'll give all the synonyms to them. I have never seen them fooling anybody. One of the most wonderful companies ever in the world. ये थोड़ा पैसा है मेरे पास. You can go to Google and you can also register your domain name with Google also, but that's quite expensive. Okay, now Google has sold its domain registration to Squarespace. Now Squarespace maintains it. This is something that which we did not like. Earlier we thought Google is a registrar. Google is a registrar, accredited registrar, but Google sold it to Squarespace, which is a web development company. Maja nahi aaya. You also have registration from AWS. You can also go and register your domains with AWS. Yes, you can go to AWS and you can register. And they charge $12. They don't give any discounts. You can also purchase from AWS. They don't give any discounts. Actually, AWS does not do it. They partnered with another company. That company name is Gandhi. So Gandhi is a Netherlands company. So AWS does not directly sell you, but I have used Gandhi a lot. I think sorry, that's a French company. That's a French company. One of the most trusted, like like a Polo car, like a Skoda car, like a Volkswagen car. No questions. You hit a lorry will break off. Nothing will happen to Skoda. Most reliable guys. Ah, Gandhi. So you can also purchase from Gandhi. They are one of the most reliable guys. So did you understand the concept? How it works? So if you wanted to purchase a domain called infosys.com, what should you do? Will you go to IANA? No, I don't go to IANA. I'll go to a distributor. And what is the name of the distributor?
GoDaddy names.
GoDaddy, for example. Now, when IBM wanted to purchase GoDaddy, you go to GoDaddy. GoDaddy will talk to an IANA. Arre, Anna, Anna, we have a customer called Infosys. They want to purchase. Acha Bap, so let them show me two servers. Can they maintain two servers and DNS details? This is called DNS server, domain name server, which maintains this file. And in this computer called so-called domain name server, what is installed? Bind software is installed, which maintains all the information about computer names and IP addresses that belong to infosys.com in a file. And now the question is, Infosys says, sorry, मेरे पास नहीं है. So on behalf of you, GoDaddy provides free of cost. Please remember. Because if you cannot maintain, Raghavendra is a ordinary middle class guy living somewhere in Hyderabad, and Raghavendra wanted to register a domain. I registered Cloud with Raghu, just like that. I registered a domain name called cloud@work.io that belongs to me. I also registered cloud with raghu.com. Hey, these are fake domains. These are not real domains. For our labs and all, I register them. So when I want to register cloud with raghu.com, I went to IANA and said, IANA, I want to register. He says, अरे बंदा क्या तेरे पास उतना पैसा है क्या? Can you maintain two servers? इसलिए I did not go to IANA. I went to DreamHost. That is another company. Now DreamHost on behalf of me is maintaining these servers. So DreamHost will have two servers. In those two servers, it will create a file. That file name is zone file. That contains all the details about infosys.com. If it is cloud with Raghu, it contains all the details about cloudwithraghu.com. Did you understand? Because not everybody can purchase those servers and put it right. So what happens is, if these servers belong to GoDaddy, here it will be written like this. If somebody want to go to Cloud with Raghu, CWR, shortcut I'm writing, go to GoDaddy name servers. So you'll be redirected to GoDaddy because I purchased from them. So when somebody types www.cloudwithraghu.com, then they will go to root. Root will send you to COM. COM server says, Bhaiya, I know about CWR, but CWR is with GoDaddy. Go to GoDaddy. Then your browser will go to GoDaddy DNS server. Anna GoDaddy DNS server. That is these servers. Do you know anything about cloudwithraghu.com? Yes, I know about cloudwithraghu.com. He registered with me. Tell me, what do you want? Can you tell me the IP address of www.cloudwithraghu.com? And TK Lelo Bhai. It will look into this file, finds out the IP address of www server and gives you. And this is the basic understanding of DNS. Did you understand what is DNS? DNS is a server. This is a DNS server that is responsible for route information. This is a DNS server responsible for COM information. This is a DNS server responsible for Cloud with Raghu. This is a DNS server responsible for Microsoft.com. If you want to access any server in Microsoft.com, you have to reach these two DNS servers. And how do you get information about that these two are the DNS servers that contain a file? This file is called DNS database, where you have data of your domain. So DNS servers NS1, NS2 typically replicate with each other this file, and this file is called zone file, and this also is called DNS database file or zone file. We actually should call it as a zone file, not DNS DB file. So much happens. And now now an individual like Raghavendra wanted to register cloudwithraghu.com. He need not first of all go all the way to Los Angeles, and he need not purchase two servers. If I register with dreamhost.com will already have servers. There they will create a zone file for me. And tomorrow, if Manjunatha creates manjunatha.com with DreamHost, they will use the same servers. They will create another file, another zone file for Manjunatha. They will create one zone file for cloudwithraghu.com. They will create separate zone file to maintain details. So that means, like, you go to doctor, he will write your prescription. Every patient has a different prescription and a file. Similarly, here also same. Whenever somebody purchases a domain with DreamHost, the servers are same. Here they will just write, acha, somebody purchased, say for example, manjunatha.com, mnj.com. Hey, under me somebody purchased, and for that information you go to DreamHost servers. So tomorrow when your Chrome wanted, Chrome will go to dot will send you to com DNS server will redirect you to DreamHost DNS servers, and DreamHost DNS servers maintain information about you in a zone file. They will tell you manjunatha.com is this www server and this is the IP address. Any doubts in today's class? Overall, are you getting a little understanding about DNS? You get more clarity tomorrow. This is one of the most toughest things you are learning in the course. Go ahead for questions.
స్మాల్ డౌట్ అండి. ఇప్పుడు కొన్ని ఆర్గనైజేషన్స్ కొంచెం అంటే బిగ్ ఆర్గనైజేషన్స్ ఓన్ సర్వర్స్ మెయింటైన్ చేస్తాయి కదా! అంటే ఇప్పుడు మీరు హోస్టింగ్ సర్వీస్ డ్రీమ్ హోస్ట్ ఇవన్నీ అన్నారు కదా! అలా కాకుండా థర్డ్ పార్టీ టైప్‌లో కాకుండా ఓన్‌గా సర్వర్స్ మెయింటైన్ చేసుకొని వాళ్ళ డేటా ఎన్క్రిప్ట్ చేసుకుంటారు కదా! సో
You can host your own servers. What is there? Take a data center and host your own servers. Simple.
ఓకే. డొమైన్ విల్ బి కమింగ్ ఫ్రమ్ ఐఏఎన్ఏ అండ్ హోస్టింగ్ సర్వీస్ విల్ బి బై ourselves.
No,
By the organization.
nobody can go and purchase the domain from IINA. You have to purchase compulsory from a registrar, from one of the registrars in the world. You tell me the best company, I'll tell you from where they
Like
purchased.
okay.
You
Like
tell me one company.
TechM or
Tech Ma-
Google.
You wanted to know where Tech Mahindra has purchased. Go to
Okay.
name.com. I am not a representative for name.com, okay? I'm just telling.
Yeah.
Then underneath, no. Come down, you will see something called who is. Who is under this is who is means it's a who is this guy?
Okay.
So techmahindra.com. Let us see from where they purchased it. They purchased from GoDaddy.
Okay.
And they purchased, this is the creation date, they purchased in 2005.
Even
And
we can see.
you can see here. And on 12th of May, they have renewed it. Every year you have to renew.
Okay.
So Tech Mahindra was purchased from
GoDaddy.
Any other domain you have doubt?
Nothing.
Let us see
Yeah.
TCS.
Hmm. If there is any issue also, we can change the hosting, right, sir?
Anytime you can change.
Okay.
Hosting is nothing but hosting a server. आप कभी भी change कर सकते हैं. Hosting is nothing but you are hosting this website
Service, yes.
on some server. You can always change it.
Okay.
Yes, this is life. They purchased from Network Solutions in 1997.
Oh,
Shall we see where Google purchased?
yeah.
They did not give.
Okay.
These
So
people
Google
don't
kind
give.
of,
We'll go
yeah.
to somebody. What is there? If they did not give, we'll know from somebody. Every registrar has this whois lookup. Looks like Google don't want to tell that.
I think, sir, Google has its own hosting services, so
That
they
that
don't
that
need
that
to.
is in the recent past.
Okay. Okay.
वो जमाने में तो नहीं था.
Yeah.
So Google don't want to tell you from where they purchased.
Yeah.
That is why he got it. They have purchased from Mark Monitor.
Okay. 1997.
Mm. And let us see who is Mark Monitor Inc. So these are the people who maintain world class
Domains.
Mark Monitor. They maintain your DNS. If I am a company, corporate company, I will not go and buy like ordinary user with GoDaddy. I'll buy with Mark Monitor. These are the guys that do exceptional business management. So Mark Monitor is one company, CSC Global is another company. Infosys is with CSC Global. This is in Delaware in America. So they maintain your under DBS, Digital Brand Services, they maintain. Similarly, if you look at Infosys.com, CSC product. I told you right there with CSC, corporate services company. Yes or no? So Infosys registered in 92. Actually, in 1992, they might not have registered. In those days, they might not be with CSC, but they will be with somebody. But what at the moment they are with CSC Digital Brand Service. What you can Google is domain name history. So there are many people who maintain the history of it. You have many guys who tell you. Just type infosys.com, they will tell you from starting they are with whom. Today I'll be with GoDaddy. If I don't like tomorrow, I'll go to Namecheap or I'll go to DreamHost. So I wanted to see today Infosys is with CSE Global, or somebody will be there with Mark Monitor. These are latest, but let us see what they were earlier. And they say you have to sign up. Chalo yaar, that's all for the day. This is a little thing about you have a lot of ways to check actually. You know, so you keep trying, keep trying. Somewhere you can find it. This is important. As a DevOps engineer, you are responsible for websites hosting. They are in Plano, Texas, near Dallas. You can go back. You can now it is with CSE, right? Now it is
Yes.
with CSE. So earlier they were with
NSP,
nstld.com.
Network
Or else,
Solutions.
network solutions. TLD means top level domain, means calm. So that's all, guys, for today. I hope this introduction is understood by you.